I already told you, it's like, yeah, when Neptune goes over my ascendant, I turn into one of the biggest stars that the global population has ever, ever. When they set the clocks back, and guess what? They don't start going. It's zero all the time. Thank God the fucking Buddha showed up and said, you know what? There is no time. Stop it. You guys, it's only now, all the time. See, if anybody can teach that, it's the Aries, because they are the I am. And I am a 6, say it, 3, 6, 9, and stuff like that. 6. It's a very early degree. And we have an early degree Neptune coming on. You don't thank me for having given you so much money. But what are you going to do it with this with it in this place? See, you can burn the whole place down if you want. That's what they do. If you can't clean up sanctuaries where they do environmental terrorism, sorry, and then it's like a checkerboard scene, and people are going mad because you have black and white sitting together and they don't get along, kind of thing, and nobody has played chess enough. They said, you know what? I think that this is a sanctuary. We should actually remove those fucking Gwen Towers dressed as trees. And see, you'll see Gwen Towers that aren't dressed as trees, and they're not dressed as trees because they're not used as weaponry there. They're not as harmful. There's ones that are specifically there as well. See, they do transmit the communications, but they have extreme high technology in there. There's something called, HARP, the uh, um, Aurora. There's a special name, and if you look into it, they are messing with the ionosphere there. It's much more deeper than just controlling the weather. And they already know what they can do with the HARP for a long time. That was a small little bunch of boxes of a bunch of towers, and they were like, And they were doing that for a long time. And now we see them spread out across the plane. And, the way that they were with chemtrails for a while, what they do is they would X out a spot, and somehow the satellites are looking at this too, and they're interacting with these on the ground. And see, I saw one time, I saw it, there was an X. You might think I'm crazy, but no. And I was like, babes, I bet you anything they're marking a territory or something. And I got to remember this territory. That X is really weird how they made it there. And it was right where they put a fucking Gwen Tower in. Yeah, and that helicopter that they used to put those Gwen Towers on, oh, they are so silent. Oh, they just, a little wisping owl. Shh, don't mind us. And then you hear other helicopters that are paka 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 paka, and that is purposely done. As well as they have hover machines that you don't know that you're over your fucking house, and they are so quiet. I mean, they can silence everything out if they want to, and you'll be like, why is it so darn beautifully quiet? You just don't know, and so I have to be all sci-fi on you to just try to let you know, right? And this is sci-fi, you guys. I have to say that because after I go to court and get everything straight out, then they'll say, no, you don't treat these people like they're crazy or anything like that. How dare you? You people are just ignorant. And then you go and watch a fucking film on people, or like let's talk about the paranormal. Like there's telepaths and there's people that, well, yeah, maybe this astral travel, man. You had no idea. I wish I had 9 hours, and I wish you didn't, but I do. I don't. I mean, I have eternity. It's not a big deal. I know what I'm going to do. I found out what I was going to do, and you better find out what you're going to do for eternity, because where's eternity? Now. Yep. You just gotta have to face it. That it's like this. Something is misunderstood in that prayer. Our Father who art in heaven. God, we've got to fucking translate these fucking words because they're talking literally. Who art in heaven. Well, there's an artist in heaven somewhere. So hallowed. Hallowed. Hallowed be thy name. It's just saying there isn't anything in the name that you hear when you talk about a Jesus or something like that. So thy kingdom come, thy will be done. See, it says on earth as it is in heaven. So you say like this, it's on earth as it is in heaven. See, earth is in heaven already. Hi, do you remember me at all, or do you believe in me at all? I mean, it's not believe. See, you're supposed to have faith. You have to trust. Trust is faith. Yeah. I mean, in the word trust, kids, what do you find in there? Just a potent two. I don't like the word letter, so I fucked up. I was like, what do I call it again? Two symbols are there that makes a word. You can find it in the word trust. I don't know, mess around because there's an R there. Jiggle it around. Go on the computer and say, how many words can I find in the word trust? And making them all jiggled up. And you'll be surprised the sentences that comes out of that. You're like, you know, sorry. I am kind of having fun, babes. And I hope you can have fun. You don't fucking, just because you can't have fun, you see other people having fun. Especially when they're talking to the wall and they're like, is that you, Grandma? I could swear, because this place is fucking weird. Just mind your own business, you know. Sorry. I defend the crazy people out there, you know, that are being fucking shafted because they're having a spiritual awakening, and especially in the United States. Oh my God! There's a big fucking Pandora's box that's going to open, and it's yeah, it's gonna get a lot. It's gonna get pretty fucking funky pretty soon, you guys. And I'm fine, you know. There isn't anything that I'm afraid of now. I've done some pre installing stuff. I had to look into it. You know how that people sit in the courthouse and they say all rise because they've been messing with the living dead for since 2026 years ago, and they're just saying, all right, you fucking living dead people, collectively get up out of your graves, your gravy. Everybody loves their gravy, right? Oh, so and stand up, and they're all just gonna like feed them. Now, do you swear to tell the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God? That's some strong language, isn't it? That's the first thing you hear. So help me God. You know, what is that? And then the truth, then the truth. God, truth, nothing but the truth. Why do you say it 3 times and nothing but the truth? Truth, then nothing but the truth. That's 3 times. That's like a, Now we're going to 369, and do you know what 12 is? And blah, 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 you know. 12 jurors. Can you get up to that part? Where, there's us, and nothing but the us! Aren't I wonderful? And I live with me, you know, I love it. I'm like, fuck, I don't need to live with anybody else. Because I'm so bitching. And I'm not a narcissist saying that. I'm perfectly fine. No, when you stay alone enough, you start meeting your fucking ancestry that are following you around and stuff. And you're like, God, this is real, right? And my fucking crown is itching because my third eye is open. And if you find yourself doing that, you know, sometimes what it feels like is that like an egg has been cracked on your head and it goes like this. And you're like, well, you know, you have a pineal gland and you have an iPhone. See, the I is always lowercase because that belongs to the wide eye people, the ones that can see. And we have to take it back. I am wide awake. It's going to be okay. See, that's what they took away 165 years ago was the mystery schools. You know, they're like, we're going to keep these practices in here and we're going to continue on with a movement that was very real when that was happening now. See, when the Civil War took place, there was something on the rise that was completely diametrically opposed to that fucking movement. Equally so, babes, when you, when you are initiated and you're getting your real life on here, it's just a normal human experience. Your body is very much a technology that a creator made. And you're interacting as a spacesuit here, and it's, you know, it's like, well, how does this thing work? Not at all about the obvious. Like you guys are swinging around, and it's all about go get your food. Come over here now, bomb somebody. Get back. And it's like, what? I don't know. Time's out. A bunch of hospitals are going up. What is this, man? MASH? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. However fucking, you remember that? Da da. I was so delirious when I was a fucking kid, weren't you? It was a fucking weird place. It's like they're hissing the fucking TV, and it's like, babes, I'm turning the channel, and I let it go when I see a bunch of animals and like Jacques Cousteau's like they're going under the ocean now. They're gonna watch the creatures, and I'm like, fuck yeah. You know, I'm sucking up this stuff that you do in outer space over here, and you know, you go and plunge into the ocean. Outer space here has birds, and there's the dodo bird. You know, David Attenborough. That's the only one we needed, but then we're gonna fucking traipse around with every other person that wants to do it. You know, like that guy in Australia, he was very unique, and how he died, right? That a darn stingray stuck him in the heart. I bet you anything that was divine intervention, man, because that guy was so cool. And he's like, but he started opening. His eye might have started opening up, and he's like, wait a minute, am I going to do this shit in this weird place? Because he sees more and more because he became famous, right? But what if he's like noticing something? He's like, wait a minute, no, I got to get out of here. Yeah, no, that's what happens. Yeah. Your soul, your beautiful soul might get so frightened, you're just going to say, there's got to be some way. And it's like, wait a minute. Jesus is like, okay, they get it. Stick him with a stingray. Okay, fucking go. He's like, thank God, that was so fun, but whoa. And so the benevolent beings are all up there going, oh, come on, please, someone figure something out. Someone figure something out. Someone figure something out. And I'm sitting here going, I'm looking at this fucking social media, and it's going to open up to me in about 4 days. I'm going to be like, okay, that's what you have to do. It looks really complicating at first, but then it's like, no, what you have to do is fucking read what they're trying to tell you. See, what it is it comes up like this to me, and I'll show you. It's because it's like this. There's a lot of slots there. They're empty right now. And if you fill those slots, you get all of that $33 trillion over there. Spreads out equally to the human faction, which is very few. I think there's only 5 of them in the United States. So there might be only, out of all the nations, there's probably a total of 65 actual human beings. Imagine how much money those people would have. And I'm not kidding. I haven't, in my town, I'm realizing I'm living in an actual haven. It's a hive. It's not a haven. It's a hive. And see, on this earth, we have spiritual possession by the reptilian occupation who lives over there at the Vatican. That's not a human occupation, the church over there. No, they killed Jesus, who was a human, and she was like, what are you doing? I'm a human. And they're like, no, we don't like humans. I don't know what was going on there, but I kind of do. Yeah, it's a weird story. It keeps going on, and that's not new. That's why she kind of said, nah, let's just show them what's going on. Send me through your stupid criminal justice system. Keep the murderer alive, and I'll tell you, destroy the monetary system over there, especially the tax thing. Why? Well, because I didn't just say kill all the money. I said bring it over here, give me it, and I like to buy the toilet paper that has all the scripture on it. You know, the Bible, and just every morning wipe your ass and put the most valuable fucking books, which is the blank sheets, right on the shelf, because that's the ultimate truth right there. Don't forget it. And when you see me in Tahiti sipping a martini, that's not me. I'm over there doing a TED Talk in 7 months. And yeah, we have to do this stuff. It's pretty slow. And I don't have any patience at all. I'm like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I figure something out. I'm like, okay, I gotta do this stuff. And then shit starts fucking up, right? I gotta go fucking, and I'm so impatient. It's just like, I can see where to go just like anybody else can see where to go on the freeway. And I can just see where to go, but there's so much traffic. And I'm like, so I can't just like, you can't just barrel through all the traffic and bam, I fucking found it. So if this thing's gonna open up and I'm gonna know, I don't know anything about it now, but I'm being prepared. This is how the download processes go that I have been experiencing, and I've been learning about it. It's teaching me, and then it's telling. Well, I'm see me. I've been playing music all of my life, freehand, and then I just was handling higher learning tools. Like I cook breakfast in the morning, and I know how to cook that fucking easy over egg, over easy. And just higher learning tool. Oh gosh, I don't want to talk about the early days with my genitals, but maybe I should as a woman, and a mature woman. They're just like all over the place. The woman, they kind of think, they're doing a daily thing, probably like age 5 or 6. Aries, any Aries that's out there, don't lie. You found the faucet over there, and it was amazing. You're like, if life is like this for the rest of the life, I'm fucking fine. But then again, you're like, um, well, it's temporary, right? And you're like, well, cool. There's other things to do. It's besides for mess with your organism. Did I actually post this? Minute 17. I don't keep track of time anymore. It's stupid. That's the worst thing you can ever do. It's weird because when your third eye opens, babes, you can bend time. You can see how it bends. You can start seeing how it's communicating. It's like, no, I'm going to let you rest. You will literally feel 3 hours go by, and then but it was 10. It was 10. Last time you looked at the clock, it was 10 o'clock, and you're like, and then you do spend 3 hours, but then you look and it's only 10:10. And you're like, and that doesn't happen unless you spend enough alone time. And then God starts showing you something that the rest of the population out there, narcissists, they don't want to be alone. They're always on the move. They don't even know why they are on the move all the time. They got a disease called the mind. And that thing says, fuck, come with me, man. We have a goal. Yeah, I trip out on those goal people. I do. Because the only goal is to become purely aware. And have you made it? I'm here now. A lot of people, well, not a lot of time, but they'll come up to me. Sometimes they'll talk like this, right? They say, hey, I haven't seen you. I haven't seen them in so long, right? And they're never around. But when they show up, they're like, what have you been up to? I haven't seen you in so long. What have you been up to? And I was like, I just look at them and I'm like, you know what? You don't care. You haven't fucking seen me. So I look at them and I said, I'm right up to now. Isn't it amazing? Woo! Can I help you with something? You have a question or something anymore? I'm curious about your darn questions. Thank you for wondering what I've been up to. I fucking leveled right up to outer space, man. The big O. Now. See, the TED Talks I do, the people easily pay like $8,000 or $9,000 per head, and I always fill a room. The chairs are thrown out. They're like standing on. They're like, fuck. It's hard, right? Because you have to get a big call. I don't know. That's why you use this thing, too. You're like, come on, 7 billion people. But no, it's not like that. You have your friends. You have friends. Here, see, there was a social media movement one time. They came up with Facebook, and they said, well, whoopity whoopty doo. They said, what's happening is that the eclipse is messing with my Mercury-Uranus conjunction, and I'll start talking so fast, you'll see it, because I'm getting fucking download from lightning or something, and it's like, yeah. And it's perfect speech, right? And you wonder, what the fuck, and you have to slow it down. And also, I'm very aware of something is coming up. I'm enjoying it, and I need protection because there's a lot of people that just go do a double take and they want me dead. They are trying to kill me. Yep. You wouldn't believe that I have bruises on my back. I said something about the Kundalini rise, but no, these people are torturing me, and they gave me bruises on my back, and my spine is, I'm going to go to the not hospital, but the doctor. I have to, because I have to keep doing reports of the injury that they're causing on me, and then I'm going to tell this woman too. You need to write this. See, making her write what I'm claiming, why I'm going in there. See, those officials, the doctors, they should be used. See, if they know about the GMO and the poisonings and stuff, then and even the pharmacy. See, when I went in there, I'm grateful for them because they didn't say, "Oh, have some antibiotics of this and that." They said, "Gargle with salt water." Saline, salt water is a 100%. It is so good for us. Don't mind the ocean out there. That's all you're going to get here. And the amount of tears that are going on because of the suffering that goes unwitnessed and even unsolved or whatever, like unhealed. Tears falling. That's how much is out there, that ocean out there. That's it. It's salty because of this world is sown with seeds of sorrow. And so you people out there that are running around and affording to play this game, no, I have to drag myself over. I don't like it. I don't go to the doctor. I never get sick. But I'm going to tell her, no, these people are picking on me. I'm highly spiritual. I'm just going to lay it down on the line. My kundalini rises. Now, when this time comes on, it's very vital. I don't need to be bruising my fucking back up and standing in a fucking jail cell. It doesn't hurt anything of my reputation because I have none. I don't live like that. I don't live on a label. It's not going to hurt anything because my reputation is just I'm real, and you can't destroy something that's real. No, you can't. There's a saying that Eckhart Tolle said, and there's this one liner that he does say. He says, it's like in the front of the page, he says, if you can understand this one liner, you don't have to read any of the rest of the book. And if you can figure out what I'm talking about, please fucking get involved with your own goddamn situation here on Earth and think with me maybe, and don't take offense that I cuss. I'm an Aries rising at 6 degrees. And then I have Mars conjunct Sun conjunct Pluto, and I cuss. And sometimes I'll go like this, even though I'm as skinny as a fucking rail, man. But see, when you do the truth like I'm doing, you will experience superhuman strength. Today, I didn't think I could pick up a 75-pound bag of chicken food, but I went, and I like held it with my one arm, and I wasn't able to do that like 2 weeks ago. See, that's the way you know that you've hit that's the way I know that. That's what happened last time when I was contacted by the benevolent beings, and they taught me how to. You can breathe a certain pattern, and they all do it. But a lot of people just go breathe deep, but no, there's a certain way that you can start going. It's very rhythmic, and they taught me it. You know, it was weird, and then I began to get this superhuman. Like I was not touching the ground. I was like I wanted to run. And it started to harmonize. I began with my heartbeat. The breathing and the heartbeat was like, it was a beautiful rhythm. It was like, and here I am 46 and everybody's supposed to be falling apart, but I'm like, zip, 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 in the snow. You know, and it's snowing right now. I'm so fucking happy. God, it was so dangerous when everybody's outside and trying to fucking kill me. Just get back in there because you don't like this place. It's full of snow and it's going to break your back when you keep shoveling it. Get out of here. Bye. See, I'm beginning to see, and this is what the English alphabet I'm trying to tell you is gonna would help you with. If you practice some things, like if you just exercise your mind, I don't know if it can work for you, I don't know. But it will, the promise is if you figure out, if you just keep kind of meditating on it, I wish it would happen for you guys that, now what am I saying? That you start to see how it really is. Like the benevolent beings, see, they're in outer space, and time is different for them up there. Up there, 250 years is hardly like 2 days. You wouldn't believe it. So, having said that, babes, you're not listening to me. Who's here? I don't know. It's supposed to be like 7 billion people. But then not everybody's human, so there's only like 65 in each nation. And hello, God, how do I send a net? So you have to get a broadcast. You cast. They're like, but see, what's trippy is that, you know, it's about the microphone and who can control your microphone, man. You know, and so I noticed the microphones are at the core too. You got to grab them. Yeah, baby, yeah. I got this. Get your Cyclops fucking attorney out of here. I don't need an attorney or a lawyer. How do you think you know me? If you can give me a goddamn transcript, I'll wait. How fucking long? You seem to want me to go to lunch. because I'm a Wyatt. And so you have to wait and wait and wait and wait. They do it alphabetically. I don't care what people are fucking thinking, man. And when it comes to alphabet, oh, they're not going to call my name. And by that time, they're all hungry. And they're like, fucking, what do you want? See, the problem with demon-possessed people, there's an inkling of a person in there that you can feel sorry for. And it shows up in front of you. It shows up in the form of this. You're like, oh, there's a terrified person there. Uh-oh. And they're very fragile, but then they're like, they might scratch their balls and say, can I get that piece of asphalt over there? And traipse over, and it's breaking my boundary in my yard, and pick it up. Sure. Are you a witch? Why did you do that? That was like a ritual you just did. Ah, that was weird. Yep. I'm figuring out that I'm surrounded by black magic witches, and you never figure that those kinds of people know how to do that. Who are they, Shauna? What do you mean? Oh, they're like white-collar workers or something. Yeah, they're just out over there. They might work at the water company or... And I think that maybe it's like so compartmentalized, I don't know, they might even not know that they're practicing it. So anyway, I got to drag myself to the doctor and make them look at if my back is bruised. It's not illegal to talk, you people. It's illegal to lie universally. If you're found as a liar, you have to put yourself on the stand and justify that lie. You have to say, well, the main thing is just basically generally, what do you represent? Who are your leaders? And explain yourself. What do you think that you are doing here? Basically. And so, but you have to be sure you give yourself a fair trial. You don't be afraid. I didn't know any of this, but I didn't know I was going to do any of this. But I was born to do something very specific. And then I leave from here, and then I come back, and then I leave, and I come back, and I don't know. The reincarnation thing is interesting. It's not limited to lineage. You know, you can bounce around. I don't remember being a dolphin or anything like that. Some people might become a maggot in a steaming shit pile inside of a swine yard, and that's what they get for not bothering to take the opportunity here and evolve. See, and a lot of those will be men. I'm sorry to say. You should try to at least make her have an orgasm. Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to turn this off. Oh, that action right there, I'm asking you, you know, because there's a lot of clubs. But do you even know what the fucking word club means? My sheep do. They're not stupid. You don't even have to go to a shepherd and say, what does club mean? They know about, they're like, don't club me. Whoa, hey. It's a big fucking stick, man. It could hurt. It's large. Cavemen walking around. They'll club a woman, right? They got a woman club over there. And do you see that scene while they get her and they drag her by the hair? And they take her back to the cave? Sorry. How do you like the comedy so far, man? This is fucking priceless. But I'm going to ask you for $2, and later on I'm going to give you, well, if there's only 65 humans on the earth. Do the math, Zen. My brother Zen, he can do that in his head. He's like, well, that's such and such amount per fucking person. I'm ready. But you can't go to the casino anymore. I mean... Oh, hi, Mom. I love you so much. I'll visit her for a little while at the Pleiades, you know, and I don't know what she's going to do. She's busy being a fucking cat. She was a dog. She's like, I love the elephant part. But she was a dog. She said she was a collie dog. There was exactly the same fucking markings as my cat. And that's my mom. That's her soul. And she's a special person. She's kind of like still learning about some stuff, you know. And she just wanted to live with me here at the cabin and wanted to see me rock, man. And she did. At first, she's like, what, is that all you do is sit on the computer? And she was fucking pissed. But then I started rocking, babes. No, I was in a weird dormant time. And then I'm waking up, and I was like, time to saw wood. And she's like, yeah, I knew it. And she's like, well, please, cats. And then, yeah. But she couldn't be with me until I got rid of my other cat. And so it was 14 years that she was a cow. I'm kidding. I'm just making this stuff up. You watch sci-fi all the time, and you know, the paranormal stuff. Go over there. I don't have anything to do with that kind of stuff. They're just lying over there, and then I said, I'm gonna fucking copy them somehow. So what's the story? Oh yeah, she was a collie dog for like 17 years because that's how long my cat lived. Well, 14 years. She saw my cat that lived for 14 years that held her up from being my cat, so she went to a collie dog, same damn thing as this cat, really high strung. She was explaining. She just hardly had so much energy in that damn dog that she never really got old. It seemed like she just and then dropped, and they were like, "Dang, that's weird. I didn't know that she was going out like that." But it was just time for her to be my cat. She's like, "I gotta go before um, I don't get that chance to be my own daughter's cat." You know, and we love each other because she just wants to. Well, she's very adventurous. My mom, yeah. And so this cat has the same fucking spirit and everything. I recognized her, and she's dealing with the reptilian thing. And I didn't realize that. She was a Capricorn rising, and she did. She had a problem with thinking that presidents actually ran things here. She was very emotional about the presidencies every time that one let her down. It was the 4-year thing. And one time when I was like 5 years old, I was like, what is wrong with my mom? She's crying. She's really emotional about these things. And I'm like, I got to figure it out. So I was looking at her. I was like, okay, so oh, it's the president's thing. And I was looking at it, I was like, that's not a real thing that how does she think that all of this, because I was like fresh in my body, I think it was more like two, but babes, I'm an enlightened being, and I almost remember what happened before I came into my body, and I remember a lot of stuff that I was like, I was thinking, I was working it out when I was trying to get into my body. I was very young, right? You're a baby, and you're like, but I'm thinking, you know what? This is not at all like the last time I was here. There's something going on here. I remember, and I saw these visions too. It was like I saw this grid thing kind of going like this on and off of the earth. It's true. And then when she started getting all emotional about presidencies and stuff, I was like, wait a minute. So she thinks this grid thing these people have something to do with this grid thing. And it's like, no, that grid thing is like really thousands of years old, and they work for something else. It makes no sense that any of this is changing around in accordance to their fucking decisions, man. No way. It's a strange place, and I'll begin to tell you what it is. I mean, I'm going to do a TED Talk, and I get visions about what it really is, and especially if I just bother to stay curious about it and look at it. I don't know. My mind is activated. It's too bad, right? It's going crazy with. I played music, and then I opened up my fucking 2 hemispheres of the brain, and now I'm able to hear rhythms at a rapid speed. I can fucking do weird stuff. I remember when I was sitting in my yard and I was meditating, sitting there. This was before the asphalt thing. Oh God. No, it was actually after the asphalt thing, and it was just recently. And I could not sit in my yard after the asphalt thing because it was literally it, poisoning me. I felt it. Okay. I think I bet, boy.
Yeah, you know, we have to. The big old hug. Another hug. Woo! Fast, 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 fast.
Look,
Mama Lulu.
yeah, this is my mom, and she just, you know, we love each other.
You know, but I like to run away from you because I don't want to stay in the house.
I know. Oh, she's so wonderful. Oh my God. You know, she has such healing energy. I do not deny any offer. I do not like bat her away when she gives me a hug. I want like, did this thing is the volume okay? Did I just go through 40 minutes of supreme choice comedy and not get a good fucking volume on it? Oh God, I love my little baby. Oh, she sends out the most healing energy I have ever felt from any animal in my entire life. This cat has healed me. When I allow it in, she says she's going to heal me. She does. She does. No, she does. She has pulled me out of such misery. Oh my God, I can't even explain to you. This is part of the thing that's working for me, to restore my life force energy. A lot of it has been taken away with some, well, it's taking, babes, the way that things are set up, especially in the United States, that's the way it's designed. Not ba. Even my talkie work, amba.
She's so soft. Ah, and pretty. Say hi to everybody. Little. She said, well, people don't know that I'm a mascot here. Yeah, I'm the global mascot. If I'm not a global mascot, then what the hell? My daughter didn't save us with $1 trillion.
Isn't she beautiful? Oh, she's so great. She's, she's kind of autistic. She's the autistic mystic, and she's a witch. She really does perform some fucking shit. And see, Edgar Casey was talking about these very times. In fact, he talked about this very date coming up on February 18th. Now, let me just, I'm paranoid about this fucking volume thing. Hi, you people that like the word fucking, you're fine, right? You know what that is. So, these people that don't like cuss words, they're not reliable as human beings. Sorry. Because if you're that linguistically challenged in a time where we really need to talk and it's very difficult, those people should be fucking recognized and say, I don't know, what we should have them do, like go work at the toilet paper factory, but for sure, castrate them. Don't let them have children, sorry. It's part of the policy, right? No, it's just different, it's a special passage of time that we're in, and what is going on? I'm trying to do this. Okay, let me just try and I hope to God that the volume did not mystically turn down there. They're fucking with me. I'm telling you, Microsoft is messing with me, and they can only do so much, right? It communicates too. It's letting me know. Oh, what? Pardon me. Is this thing fucked up again? No. Thank God. Sorry. So you can tell that something is happening with me, and it's different from one video to the next, but not really. See, I'm a channel, and I a lot of the times, when I have to go back and edit. See, and a lot of the times, see, I have imposter syndrome for the last 5 years or something. I got it. It was weird because I just thought, I'm not really doing that. Nah. And so, like, maybe I don't listen to it for a while, and I'm like, well, let me listen to it and see what the fuck. I don't know. And then I re-inform myself. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I see. And now I need to push this up. See, there was a problem with the imposter syndrome, and it would it would um, it would only hinder a little bit my ability to catch the waves and how I need to just move. Um, and we don't have much time. See, what I'm being ordered to do, and you should too, is get that video where my tit is, where my tits are hanging out. My hair is like this, and they're not great. And it's unique. And then, how do you like it? Well, we'll put it like this because we want people to respect me. And I'll curl and say, can I tell you something? Can we talk? Do you remember? She was walking up the stairs and everybody was following her, and they just used to do that all the time. But no, she was really, well, she's maybe a baby eater. She's all into it. She's a comedian too. She's like, she's a female, and so And I don't know what kind of mood she was in that day, but it got her killed. The microphone, she was right there. And I don't know what the media was saying. Something about Obama. What do you think about that? And she goes, oh, everybody knows that Michelle is Michael, and he's a tranny. That's a it's a man getting a sex, and that was the truth. And because she was killed like 2 days later after that scene, they're like, don't ignore this. See, that's what this thing is for. They're like, look at that. And then she went over there. But the whole place turned gay during the Obama administration. Admit it. Not only that, but from there on, I can't imagine like maiming my body just because I want to look like I have a set of tits. I always wonder, like, okay, so how does that feel? I don't know. I haven't. It's obvious, see, that there is such a problem that, because don't you know you need to at least think about going to get psychological evaluation before you start doing anything like that? And the doctors are like, that's perfectly sane. I think that we should do this. Yes, let me cut your fucking. I'm sorry. I haven't seen a good result come out of it up close and personally. I love that it is just really pounding with some ice nucleation out there. It's ice nucleation when it's just this weird, like, puffy shit that falls, and it really falls rapidly, like an unbelievable rate of time. And so well, if it rains 6 inches, then if it's snow, really, it depends on how cold it is. If it's really, really cold, it will puff up to 6 feet. Or if it's more like tight, and they can weaponize it. See, the reptilian invasion, when a person is like this, they're spiritually possessed, and that is indeed, it can very well be, babes. It's the narcissist. It's the same energy. It very much is. That's what David Icke pointed out. Man, it is ice nucleating so fucking hard right now. This a couple of years ago, when did it really snow? Like 5 feet in Pine Cove, 5 feet or 6 feet. Some people had doors that were right exposed to it, and they opened the door, and there was just a layer of fucking snow.
Woo! At the back you shot and not bubble. Pine. Ooh, beanie money, honey.
Oh, 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 I am respectful of animals' independent movement. Thunder. Ooh. That means they send up a bunch of, it's a column of air that goes up, and the ice gets caught in there, and it gets a lot bigger and bigger, and then when it gets heavy enough, it will fall down. That's a natural process that I know about stratocumulonimbus clouds. But this cat's about ready. She's like, Shauna, you should just turn this off, babe, please. I'm working here. Ooh, right? I should change my material because nobody's interested in anything. Look at this. Do you think that I should be able to just go like this? When I had a little tiff with the reptilian occupation over there, that they thought that they can try to kidnap me a little bit and tell me a little something about walking on the trail. It's not the Forest Service anymore. It's Summer Resorts Inc. that owns this creek. But see, now the plan with the water company wants to do is to shoot. See, they collect sewer water. There's a bunch of ponds over there, the sewer ponds, full of shit, right? And they love collecting it, I guess. They don't want to do the septic. They just said, give us all your shit. But what they want to do is they want to collect the water and then purify it and shoot it back up through the sewer system, back up somehow up upstream, and then send it back downstream again, and keep the creek running with it, so that when they do build the hotels after they burn your property down, because you never owned it, because you don't talk to each other, and they can do that easily. Thank God it's snowing, because we don't have that chance happening right now, but yeah, we can survive the snow, but a lot of people won't. See, the problem that we have with eliminating the wood stoves that we have for the sacred fires that we have, having in our fireplaces, but the wood stoves are very precious. You should have those because the constant resource of wood. They switched off to just reducing it. They wanted to just make it so that you don't have fireplaces and then that you don't have a wood stove and turn it into like a more electric powered pellet burning wax fucking kerosene thing, but it's electrically ran. And then, but there's power outages when the snow and it can get very cold. And elderly people think that that's convenient up here. I don't know why they have the elderly. It's like they're trying to make it an elderly place for the retired, and it is. It's kind of retirement town, but those people can't live in a treacherous weather that I know that can happen here if they removed a wind tower or two and just let it fall. The whole fractalic movie. Sorry, I make this stuff up. I was gonna. I thought I would like do a dance with some goat boots on, but I don't know. I make shit up all of this. So let's get back to the fractal holographic field that sci-fi fiction talks about. I guess so. Yeah. And then over there at the Vatican or the royal family. See, now it's their fucking thing where they have the servants and the lawn and let's go and have a detailed dinner. People fucking serving us in chandelier atmosphere over there at the gastronome or something like that. Everybody's dressed in their fucking tidy whities or something, and but nobody there is of stature of anything but just like snake shit in a wagon rut. I do crack me up, and so it's just an echo. It's that fractal thing where it's now we have the royal family fucking dining around doing this thing, and it's just the weirdest thing if you ever fucking have. I wish I could do that thing where we're going to go like this, boom, this is what Shauna sees, and but we have telepathy for that. We don't need that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll have wireless. I'll be like, zing, there, that's the way it would be. People would just get the right download, just but see, like take the elevator all the way to the top and then see, this is it. Now just load everybody up there. Now we're fucking up to par. You only wish, but they're going to do AI extermination of the actual AI. See, I figured that out. They set AI up to track down the original AI, which is narcissist, and that's the genocide. See, they're going to figure out how to get rid of everybody because they're going to see how negligently they work and how everything's set up. They're going to say, see, the AI, if it's tuned right, it's going to say, well, would be ideal. See, that's the way the right math is. 4 plus 4 is 8, and we go over there and do like that. And when they see, they're like, no, 4 plus 4 is 10, and then you go like this, and no, that's not the right math. It's just not the sound geometry. Like, they said, like, we're going to look for water in your water tanks to drink, and you see H2O, a little bit of chlorine, fluoride, and some napalm or something, and they're going to say, well, this part needs to be bombed because it's not really suitable for the human well-being. Back to, and that's what AI, yeah. And so you better fucking just go over there and sing Kumbaya on the fucking campsite and make sure you're eating a raw trout sometimes, and don't mind what's happening in the next 4 years. It's going to get pretty fucking gnarly. We have 4 years. I keep saying 7. It's like, no, it's 2026 now, Shauna. And you better do everything you can to tell these people to make it go viral. That one video I was telling you when I was like this. You guys, I got it. I found it. My tit hanging out. I'm just going to go viral. Because I have the instructions now. You have to, don't you know that you need to go to court and tell them that you want to know what God that they worship? And why does it say criminal justice system? It's kind of technical. You got to be a little bit like Patsy that says, oh my God, she's right. I just didn't really look at it, but if you do, but see, she has she's studying something else, and we're all going to come together. And thanks for doing what you're doing, and especially KimCast. Yep, thank you so much. That's the way you do it. It's hard to give, though. It's hard to practice. What the hell? Is this valid? A whole hour and 17 minutes of that? What is this? This machete was my great-grandmother's. Who knows what she was doing with this? She carried it around, She was like, hello. And then somebody made a sheath for it. He was a really good hand worker. He did hand work. It's really old and tattered, but I still use it after I chop the heads off of people who think that they can be more real than now.